Alright guys, welcome back to Speed House. Today we're going to be trying something on our 335D diesel, and that is going to be Hotshots Extreme Diesel Extreme Injector Cleaner. And the reason we're going to be trying this today is this car is not idling great. We think it's going to misfire on cylinder 2. And before we start anything else diagnostic wise, we're going to try this. A lot of guys love this stuff. It's got great reviews. So if you have a rough idle, if you think you got an injector sticking, it's going to be a good thing to try. I'm going to show you here. We do in fact have a check engine light on this car. I'll scan it here in a minute, show you what's going on. But if you got a diesel and you got a problem, this could be what fixes it. And we're going to tell you right now and prove it to you if it works or if it's false. So let's get it scanned and see what's going on. Okay, so we've scanned the car and there's a couple things in here don't worry about. We're going to check two things, or one thing mostly right now. This is the cylinder 5 smooth running controller. Now I've had cylinder 2 the last couple times I've had a code, so this is kind of moving around, so it tells me we have some sort of fuel problem, injector problem, something's going on that's not quite right. So if you have a injector you think sticking, if you're not idling great, it's like this idle sometimes great, and then at other stoplights the idle kind of rough. My gas mileage my diesel mileage I should say, has drastically gone down. This car should be getting 35 to 40 and I'm now at 28. So if you have all of these symptoms and some of them, this would be something to try. So that's why we are going to try this first and foremost. So we're going to go ahead and clear codes, quick erase, and then our next step is going to be put the, and get this Hotshot Diesel Extreme in the car, go put some fuel in the car, and then go drive it. Okay, so we're at the diesel insert side where you put the diesel in the car. We're going to tell you what's going on here. So they recommend that you put 8 ounces for every 20 gallons of diesel. This tank holds 16 gallons, so we're just going to put 8 ounces, be a little liberal with it. That'll be okay. Let me mention, we are working on a BMW today, but this is supposedly good for Ford, Power Stroke, Duramax, Cummins, Volvo, Audi, you name it. If it's got a diesel in it, you can run this in there. So let's go ahead and try to get 8 ounces here. They have little marks. So we're gonna go from here to here, that'll be 8 ounces and then so forth. So pretty much every other fill up, you could probably do this and be all right. Just about there, a little more. I think we can go a little more. Big splash. There you go. That's about 8 ounces right there. All right, so we have the Diesel Extreme poured into the gas tank. Our next step is going to go get some diesel, but before that, let's talk about what this is supposed to do and the symptoms you may be having. So if you are having rough idle, if you are having an injector you think sticking, if your miles per gallon have gone way down, which all of those are happening on this car currently, this is definitely something to try. And now, my understanding, this works on all diesels, so that means if you have a Ford with a Power Stroke, Chevrolet with a Duramax, Dodge with a Cummins, or if you got a TDI in the Volkswagen, or a 57 diesel in the BMW, this is supposedly going to work. On the bottle right here, it says cleans injector tips, which we think we may be having a problem right now. We don't have a black smoke problem, we don't have a cold starting problem, but if you have that issue, this may help you. Restore throttle response. We got a little bit of lag in our throttle, so that makes me wonder. Let's see. If you're having regen problems currently, this can definitely help. If your catalytic converter or whatever you want to call it on a diesel you think is being clogged, maybe this is going to help clear that up. Exceeds top tier detergents. Boosts cetane. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not a diesel guy, but whatever that means, it boosted up to 7 points. Reduces need for DPF, regen cycles up to 50%, so that's pretty solid. Clean cylinder, fuel lines, tanks, and disperses moisture. Increases mileage and diesel fuel lubricity. I don't know. I'm not an English major, so but we're gonna find out if this works or not. Will this fix our issue? Absolutely not. There's a good chance it could be a stuck injector that's not going to be fixed. But if it does fix it, we have saved thousands of dollars in trying to chase after a problem that could simply be solved by putting a little bit of fuel system cleaner in it. So we'll let you know if this fixes it. If it don't, that's okay. It may not fix our problem, but I bet it will help. So let's get some diesel in it and we'll go from there. Now we're gonna go ahead and fill this sucker up with diesel. Alright, now that we got the old diesel filled up with diesel, we're gonna go drive it around and probably drive it around for the next day or two, try to really burn some fuel through this thing, get the cleaner to run through it, and then after that, we'll see how it's going. Alright, so it's been roughly 3 days since we put the hotshots secret diesel extreme in the 0335D, and we've driven roughly about a half a tank or so since. The first day we had an engine light come back on, though we hadn't got much fluid ran through the system. But after about a half a tank, the engine light has not came back on. The car runs a whole lot better. At idle, it definitely runs better. At idle, it definitely had a mist before. That's definitely smoothed out. I will say we are not being sponsored by this product whatsoever. So what our thoughts are truly our thoughts. I would say it definitely helps. There's no doubt about it. The car runs better. We've picked up a couple miles per gallon. Our check engine light has gone away after about a half a tank of running this through the system. So we'll go ahead and start it, show you it idles pretty good, and there's no check engine light. It idles. She idles good. I mean, she did not idle this good before at all. Very healthy sounding diesel. So if you have some sort of problem you think going on in your fuel system, I would definitely give this a shot. As cheap as it is, you can find it on Amazon, O'Reilly's, anywhere. We'll put a link down below, so check it out. See you on the next one. Thanks.